Hi. The I might have mentioned this already, but I don't. No, maybe I didn't. The magistrate judge in Sarasota, brand new judge, recommended to the circuit judge to grant the defendant's motion to dismiss. Now, this is the worst example that her mentors in the 12th Judicial Circuit of Florida could possibly provide her. Uh, you know, she's brand new, and the first thing she's going to do is get political against the rule of law, against the Constitution, against the people, against defenseless babies. Okay, so stranger than fiction. This phenomenon was written about so much after World War II in books like Ordinary Men and The Banality of Evil. Uh, you know, there's been no Dred Scott type ruling. Dred Scott v. Sandford was a Supreme Court case right before the Civil War. The Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court was Roger B. Taney, and the majority of the court decided that black people weren't citizens. Shouldn't expect to have the rights of citizens. I've said this before. That uh, catalyzed John Brown to attack Harper's Ferry, some military armory there, and then that catalyzed the U.S. Civil War. This is the exact same phenomenon. This is the exact same phenomenon. There's been no Dred Scott type ruling against newborn boys, and the court is deciding against them. You know, there was this word outrageous that was used by the judge in the first time I sued Sarasota Memorial Hospital. They're going on this res judica thing. This case is the same party, same issue, different, slightly different approach, and they're saying, well, you just can't do it again. But here's the thing: not one court. I'm on my seventh suit now, um, and this has been seen by 15 judges because you get three each time at the appellate level. Uh, and these have been, intentional infliction of emotional distress, or a request for an injunction, or request for a writ of mandamus to make the executive branch law enforcement people do their job, order them to do their job. Uh, Not one judge has acknowledged watching the video of the circumcision procedure, a link of which has been provided in every case. And not only did this latest magistrate judge not acknowledge or say anything about the video, but she also would not address the issue of manifest injustice. Would not address the issue of manifest injustice. So to say that they are lost in the wilds of America is a very much an understatement. Uh, okay, I guess I have to form a nonprofit. I forget the tax code numbers. I'll have to look at it. I've heard that before. It's not just that simple as filing a form, but maybe it is. I'll have to look into it. But anybody that will send $500, I guarantee you that will result in a case file. It's not for me to buy groceries. It's for me to pay court filing fees. At the same time, of course, as I've already said, if you want to file it in your name, in your court, um, then I'll provide free assistance. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't charge for it. I could call it consulting, I suppose, and charge for it. But for the time being, it will be absolutely free. But if you want to fund a suit, send $500, and I will absolutely shoot one out within 3 days of receiving the funds. Um, okay, so we have. I said the other day I started the Advent Health suit in the Orlando area, and we're due another hearing on the Sarasota suit because now the circuit judge has to have a hearing. I'm almost positive that's how it works on the way she's going to handle the matter. Uh, you have to think that there's somebody in there that's observing to these people that we're on the wrong side of the law, not just on not on the wrong side of history, but on the absolute wrong side of the law. Uh, did I finish that thought earlier? In the first case, the judge, it was intentional infliction of emotional distress, and she said, and the judge, he said, not considered outrageous in a civil community. And I thought, how absolutely bonkers can you be? Uh, it's a minority, first off. In Florida, it's under 40%, the circumcision rate. That's after you take out girls who are protected. It's crazy right there that equal protection is not honored. It's in the state and federal constitutions. Uh, but after you take out girls, the rate is under 40% for boys. So, I mean, it's not even like they're trying to protect the majority. The majority thinks it's outrageous. And uh, and it wouldn't matter if it wasn't a majority, because it's against the law. The laws that were legislated in 1791 and in 1864 and probably spoken to in the Civil Rights Act of the 1960s. Wasn't that when that was? Okay. So yeah, I there's people out there with a lot of money. I'm not one of them, but if you know anyone and they're like an intactivist, you know, have them shoot me $500. And if they want their name mentioned, I'll mention it in the suit. It's extraneous to the law, and if they don't, then I won't. But I have to go also back into the paperwork about being a pauper thing. There's some Latin term for having the fee waived altogether, so I have to look at that again. Okay, boy, the gall of the judges, the gall, unmitigated gall. Uh, how honorable the law is, this and that, and defend the U.S. Constitution, and the lawyers and all of their talk about ethics. The lawyers and the doctors, all of their talk about ethics this and ethics that. Wow. I mean, it's just ignorance. Um, it's just a profound ignorance, but it's also fear. You know, the court is not supposed to be a political action committee, and they're acting like they're a political action committee. They have lost the plot, absolutely lost the plot. But we hold out hope. Hope springs eternal, and so this Judge Brewer, she could be the one. She could be the one, for sure. Judge Brewer in the Sarasota case. The case in Orlando has been assigned to Judge Stacy. So if she doesn't recuse herself for some reason, that'll be Susan Stacy will be the judge in the Advent Health suit in Altamont Springs, Florida, actually, Seminole County. Thank you.